Hello, this is Thomas Dickens from VFX Rex in Oceanside, California, formerly in Los Angeles, California. And I'm working on my own short film called Worlds. And I'm working on a shot right now, which is shot 6 on the project. And it involves some flying creatures on an alien planet. And it's kind of just showing a shot of the sun and mountain areas with this kind of flock of flying creatures, and one of the larger, or one of them flies close by the camera. So I'm just working on this shot right now, and let me know your interest. And if you're interested, I'll start to go more from the beginning of the shots through the whole process on working on Worlds. By the way, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and give thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and tell as many people as you can about VFX Rex and the short film Worlds. I think it's going to be a super cool project when it's done, and it's cool right now. And I would like it to grow legs and become a series on Netflix or even a video game. By the way, any 3D or 2D artists out there, or different producers, musicians, etc., that might want to be involved with Worlds, let me know. Contact me. Probably the best contact is on Facebook, which is, let me just bring that up. It's, there we go. That's on Facebook there, Worlds in an Infinite Universe. And it's Facebook Worlds, and then there's a number -107784647527773. I don't know what that number means, but that's the official Worlds webpage, and you can like that, and you can contact me through that if you want to work on it. And there's some things that I did on Worlds. I'm using Unreal Engine for some of the background environments, and this was just a test I did with some of the new environment stuff on there. So if you go on to the Worlds Facebook page, you're going to get updates on how things are coming. This is a shot that I'm working on, and I've already thanked them, but I want to thank Miguel Del Rio for helping with the creature modeling and texturing and some of the animation on that, and also Caleb Nekhom Manesh for he built this basic environment, and then I added some changes to it and color treatments and stuff. But this is one of the shots in the film too that I'm working on, and I had to add a lot of volcanic smoke, the planet in the background rings, the flying creatures. So we're kind of just establishing some things with these shots. This is another shot that's being worked on, which is a lot of fun, very exciting. And it sort of shows the second predatory creature as this one flies by. So I'm really having a lot of fun with Worlds. There's some of the art. Also going to get a little closer to the canyon, which it didn't really. Oh, that's actually another video on YouTube. It's a link for that. And this is one of the creatures that's going to be in Worlds. So special thanks to Dimitar Groves for the initial model, but it was changed pretty substantially by me, and I'm not done with that one yet. We go into different things, the rendering, the the texturing of these creatures and different compositing tricks. This is one of my computers. So this is another shot in Worlds right here. And you can see the volcano and the different flying creatures. So there's a lot of layers to it. This is another test shot. Sort of pretty cool little test shot. I was doing everything in Lightwave on that one. This is another test shot of the flight and the sort of the lighting and stuff, which I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Just this is a Terrigen sky that I rendered for the for Worlds. Another Terrigen sky, and then this is sort of the opening sequence right now, which I think is a lot of fun. It's the ship flying, and then the title comes up for Worlds, and in an infinite universe, and then we start to go down towards the planet. So a lot of fun. I also had some just like help from my buddy Clint on this, and on how to do this recording and screening, recording and streaming as well. Again, like some drawing sketches. I can get into how all these things are done. This is a kind of worm creature that's going to be in Worlds. These are tests of the rig and textures. This is one of the computers I'm working on. This is a matte painting I did for Worlds, and this is astounding artwork by Miguel Del Rio. This creature was actually from my film, which is called Aliens Zone X, and I'm calling it Zone X right now. It's actually on Amazon. Check out Zone X. That's my feature film I made. But this creature was in it, but we changed it for Worlds. So I think he did an amazing job with this. I actually haven't gotten around to animating him yet, but that's coming. But he took the model from Aliens Zone X, which is now just called Zone X. It's on Amazon if you want to watch it, Amazon Prime. And he took that and added a ton of details to it. So that was just like a lot of fun. And he did a great job on that. And then this is going back in time to previous versions. These are some of the storyboard sketches. And then just basic tests of lighting and textures. But check out the Worlds page on Facebook, and like it, and you can communicate with me there if you want to know more. You can also join in and help out if you want to. This was a creature for Worlds that I was detailing in ZBrush, and it's kind of like a wasp-like creature, so that's one of the creatures that I was working on. It's very cool. It's also like I didn't really use ZBrush much, so this is allowing me to also learn as I work on this project. But this is going to be a first pass of shot 6. Who knows? Maybe it will really look good. I don't know. I'm about to test it. It might have some problems. I'm expecting it probably will have some problems. But basically, the background here was done in Unreal Engine, and I pre-rendered those background shots. Then I tracked the... Actually, this shot wasn't really tracking very well because there's not much in it. So I hand tracked this particular shot. And I can get into how I did that earlier if you're interested. But basically I put nulls where the mountaintops were, and then moved the camera as the sequence moved along the timeline. And I kind of tried to duplicate the camera move on this shot that way, because the SynthEyes tracker didn't really handle this lack of detail very well. So I had the sequence rendered. I put that in the background in Lightwave. I tracked the camera in Lightwave just using nulls on these, mountaintops. I would put a null here and a null here and stuff, and track the camera, just rotating it as I go down the timeline here. And then actually these flying creatures were partially animated by Miguel and partially by me. He started the animation, and then I made some changes on it, and I came up with this loop animation, and then I duplicated those flying creatures and brought them in and put them in the background. And then these other ones that are closer, I had more individual animation on those. And then you're going to see another one come in too that had to have individual animation, and I'm not done with it yet. An example is that when the one flies by, you'll see the mouth opening and things, and I don't want to show the mouth opening yet, so I still have some changes to do. But I'm going to run play on this. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I like the general shot. I like how this guy comes in, the big one. Maybe he's too slow. He looks a little bit underwater to me. So I think he can get closer to the camera right in the middle of the shot and then fly off the camera. So he kind of comes in, swoops in, and then swoops out. But I think in the middle it could be just a little bit bigger there. And also probably a little faster. But it is supposed to be a large creature. So it's not a small bird. So I don't want to... I mean, the speed actually might be okay. Now, these guys here look a little slow to me. And this one has a little bit strange flapping right there. I got to fix that. The wings get a little weird. But I think they need to go from left to right faster. So, yeah, this one definitely has odd wing movements. It's fine there, and then there it just gets a little weird. Maybe it's just the angle on him, actually. This one here looks pretty good. Actually, it's just a little bit difficult because we're trying to show the size of these creatures. So they're about like 40 feet long. So it's not, 40 or 50 foot wingspan. So it's not like this small bird that has a quick flapping motion. And you might also notice the wings flapping on there. I haven't run the dynamic pass yet on this. And I've had some favorable and some less favorable results with those dynamics. Sometimes it looks a little jiggly like rubber. So I just left the dynamics off. And then what I did is I cheated the wings flapping, the material of the wing flapping in the wind, like right here. I cheated that with blend shapes. They're called morph targets in Lightwave, and I keyframed those, which also Miguel did some work on that as well, on his initial tests and animations that he handed off. But you can see this one here. When it flies, it has the mouth wide open, and I'm not sure I want to show that yet in the sequence. Maybe he could open it and close it again, but like right here, he flies off, and it's still open, and it's just giving away the shape of this creature's face too much, and I want it to be more of a reveal, more of a surprise that he has this face that opens up. So I think it's being given away too easily here, and I might close those jaws and just make it like a top jaw and bottom jaw opens, but not the face spreading. So I'm still working on the animation. Again, I think it's not bad, but I think this one here needs to be moving quicker. Like he'll probably have to fly a little further in the shot, like over to here by the time it's done. That makes him appear to go faster. And this one here, I think, is also slow. He looks a little bit like he's flying in molasses. And then I got to fix that one issue with the wing. The background ones look okay to me. It's always a little bit of a toss-up how much of those you show. I think in the final comp, those are going to be pushed back a little bit more in the atmosphere. And I think it's also interesting the camera seems to go like dip right here. but it doesn't seem to dip as much on the actual view. So I'm going to check the camera animation again also. But I think in general it's pretty good, you know, considering the size of these creatures. Again, these need to go a little bit faster. Just, you know, animate their key positions moving quicker across the screen, I think. And this one probably could be slightly quicker, but it's not too bad. So let me just push N to the preview. And this particular scene with all those creatures in it is actually very slow for Lightwave to handle. So I'm a little bit upset because I've got 2 Titan RTX cards in this computer from Zydax. And I love Zydax. I actually bought the cards and installed them myself with a NVIDIA SLI on it. But 2 Titan Black RTXs, each with I think 24 gigabytes of RAM, video RAM each, 24. And this is still surprisingly kind of slow on the updates. I mean, look at that. I click this and it's just kind of like a little slow. But anyway, I do have a lot of the flying creatures in here. So that's how that goes. But I'll just show you really quickly, just like some really quick stuff, like just how I'm just able to make these look like they're going a little faster. And this one here looked like he was really flying in molasses, and he also had some problems with the flapping, and it might have just been the angle. But one thing I'm going to do is just make him leave the frame. That's a cheap way for me to get him out of there and not show the bad flapping as much. By the way, when I do the final render, it will have motion blur on it, so that will also help hide. Now, some of this stuff is, you know, it's a little bit like a magician. You know, we're using smoke and mirrors here. It's like when the thing, we're only showing as much of what we can show before it kind of falls apart. And if it falls apart, then we do little tricks to make it work. You know, and I could go in and just tweak the animation on the creatures flying a lot more, and that's fine. But I can also do stuff like what I'm doing, like tweak the speed. Now there's going to be more motion blur when he's moving faster, and I'm going to just move this guy a little further on the screen too. Actually, I keep saying guy. It's possible these are female because there's a scene where they're feeding the babies coming up. So I should probably not refer to him as guy anymore. So this one here, I'll just make. Let's see. Make it fly just a little bit further forward in the shot, and the other one I kept the beginning, the other flying creature, I kept the beginning of the animation in the same spot, and I adjusted the end and the middle. On this one, I'm going to adjust the end, and you can see kind of the slowness on here, which is like really surprising, but at least, you know, I'm getting through it. So on this one here, I'm going to move the end position a little further. And then I'm going to move the beginning position back a little bit. So that on this one, we're going to keep the kind of middle position the same, but we're going to move the beginning and the end to be like he's moving faster. Whereas the other one above, kind of like I didn't move the beginning position, just the middle and the end. So I'm going to save this as a different version in case Lightwave crashes or something. So I say save as, and this is kind of the pipeline I worked out: my project, worlds, alien planet, which I probably could have just put something else there because it's going to be full of alien planets. So I'll probably put alien planet 1 or something there next time. And then this is shot 6. It's shot 6, and scenes. So let's say version 11. Boom. So that's saved now. And if I do a preview of this, it actually takes a long time. So I kind of don't want to bore you guys with a preview. I'm not sure if it's faster with wire. It should be a lot faster with wireframe than with the shaded view, but you know, it looks a little weird too with that. I'm gonna just turn this off. I don't want to save these frames with wireframe. So let's just see if this is like super slow. Let that run a minute. So it might be like really slow, but at least we get like a feeling for the timing. We won't get the shaded view and stuff. Now, I do want to talk about a friend of mine. His name is Clint, and he has his own channel on YouTube called Film Arsenal. And I suggest that you check out Film Arsenal and his site, and I suggest that you subscribe to him. And also, he has developed another website which is similar to YouTube actually, and it's called Watchee.io. Sell your videos. It's called WATCHEE.io, and I would suggest that you form an account there and that you check out what's going on there. This is like YouTube, but in its infancy. So this is like you're getting a chance to start on it before it really takes off, and which is actually really cool. And that you know, it's giving you that chance to get involved. Imagine if you could get involved with YouTube right from the beginning. And I'm going to bring this over while the other is forming. Now, my film Zone X, which is a theatrical feature film, it was actually called Aliens Zone X, but I removed the aliens because it was just hard to remember the long titles. And so I call it Zone X now. And this is a website which is called Watchee.io. And Watchee.io, I would ask you to form an account. I formed it. I haven't got my picture yet. It still has a monkey face on it over here. Let me drag it so you can see what I'm talking about. My icon, I haven't put the picture yet for that. It just still has this like monkey face here, as you can see over here. And but I just uploaded the film Zone X, and I just did that right now. And this is the video is being converted to a few resolutions. It may take a few minutes. So what this is allowing you to do, this website called Watchee, is to upload your own short films, etc., and sell them. So it's a lot like YouTube. It's very similar. But the website is allowing you to upload your film for sale. So this is actually a great website for independent filmmakers who may have a very hard time getting their films on any way to make money. And of course, what we hope happens is that this website takes off and becomes very popular. This is cool. It has a autoplay button. So this is actually my film called Aliens Zone X, and this is actually like a trailer for the film. And I just wanted to show you guys this while we're waiting for the other video to finish, because I think that it's very cool. So what I did is I uploaded my theatrical film, feature film trailer here. and I would click on it and play it, but this is doing a conversion, and I don't want to possibly interrupt something. This is another movie that was uploaded called One Story the Movie, which is a really cool movie. You should check it out. And again, it's independent films, so we're probably not going to see the major films, Avengers and Star Wars on this watchy, but we could. But we'll definitely see independent films, and independent films often don't get really a chance for exposure. Especially for a potential to get some money from it, direct money, and I believe that the profit is like 80% or something. So it's really fair compared to YouTube, which is less. And then getting your film on YouTube, it's just a real pain. You need to get a distributor first, I think, and then the distributor takes a piece of it, and they rip you off sometimes. So this allows you to directly upload your film. So I uploaded the trailer before. That's available right now, and then the actual entire film has just finished uploading. It's done. But I'm just, it's being converted to resolution, so it may take a little bit because it's a feature-length film. So that will probably take a little bit before that's done. But I just wanted to show you this. It's called Watchy, Sell Your Videos. And, it's a really cool, site. Now, it looks like the film is already up here too, as a feature, but I just have to change the name because it's not the trailer, it's the feature film. But like if you click on that, that's that. So I need to okay, let me do this. It's that's the actual film. So say publish, right? So it's actually the Zone X feature film, not not the trailer. So I just renamed that. So you can see now it says feature film, and then here's the trailer. So if you want to watch the trailer, you can click that, and it's going to play that. I'm not 100% sure why we're not hearing audio. I think it's because I'm doing this recording right now or something. I'll have to check that because I didn't set it up for screen recording sound. So I'll have to check why it doesn't have sound on there right now. But this is the trailer for my film called Zone X. To survive. And it's a really cool movie, full of effects. I think it's got more creature effects. Figure this out. More CGI creature effects than anything. And a lot of people either kind of love it or hate it. But I think the ones that hate it aren't really giving it a chance. Or they're expecting, why isn't this Star Wars? Why isn't this like a Hollywood picture? Because it's not. Will they survive? Because it's an independent picture. That's why. So, survive. This is a film I made, and I'm very proud of it. But I learned a lot of lessons. I learned a lot. So, what to do, what not to do with filmmaking. And some of these shots were really hard to do. People don't. It actually did see theater. This was actually sold out. Las Vegas. Never be the same. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was also sold out in Hollywood, California. And it was shown in a few other places in the theater. So I created a digital cinema package for this movie. And it was shown in the theater on the digital cinema package. And with 5.1 surround sound. Actually, as a director, Avengers and Star Wars that have all the money in the world to fix the shots. But when you're on low budget, you have to get all this stuff done for hardly any money. So this is my film called Zone X.
Theaters everywhere.
And it was a lot of fun. I suggest you check it out. You can watch it on Amazon, and you can also see it on Watchy. So take your pick. We are trying to make Watchy go places because Watchy is a better place for independent film, and it's a better place for independent filmmakers to actually make more money off of their film. Because on Amazon, you know, they take a massive percentage, and the filmmaker barely makes anything. But my film is also on Amazon, so you know, it's on here too. So that one's also a lot of fun. It's like a little bit of prestige to have it on, you know, to have it on Amazon. But you never know. Watchy might end up growing as big as anything else. We hope it does. I don't really have a part of it. It's really my friend Clint's site, but you know, I support my friends, so hopefully that goes places. Okay, so this is actually done. So let me just push play, and we'll see if it looks better with the speed changes on those two flying creatures. You know, it's kind of hard to see without the full shaded view. And I think that this one still has some problems with the flight for some reason. The wings just look a little weird the way they're flapping. So I need to check into him. This one, the wings seem fine. He's kind of gliding, flaps again. This one just looks like a little strange. So I got to check that flying pattern. But overall, I think that the speed improvements are better for this shot. That is not too sluggish. And you can see the tracking I did. It's not perfect, but you can see the tracking I did on those tracking markers on top of the mountains there. And you can see how it kind of dips. I think I better fix that. It goes right here and it's fine. Then it goes dips down. So there's something with the camera that's going a little weird right there. So that's another video on VFX Rex, and I hope that you enjoy the video, and I hope you learned something. Basically, you know, it's just showing the creatures in the 3D package on Lightwave, and this creature's really got some heavy geometry on them, and could probably go just a little bit more on this video, but let's see. So when I put it in VPR mode, it just kind of locks up for a second. So that's in Lightwave's VPR mode. And normally it would be a lot faster, but I have numerous of these flying creatures in it. They're pretty heavy on the geometry. So it kind of shows the creature in VPR. And, you know, he's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with him. He's kind of got like crab eyes with the extended stalks with the eyes on there, and he's got a cool multi-jaw situation going on. That's VPR mode. There's also you know, just front face wireframe mode. You know, there's different modes of looking at it, and you have the skeleton on there, and I can show you guys how to animate this creature later on. But I just kind of wanted to show, you know, some basics on the shot. And you can see how many of those flying creatures there actually are just by pivoting this camera all around. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope you stay tuned for future videos. Again, Thomas Dickens of VFX Rex working on Worlds. So it's been a pleasure. And have a great day.